Hey guys, right here I have a 2016 Audi A5 Sportback 2-liter TDI Quattro S-Line. And today, I'm going to make a startup and full vehicle tour video of it, show you the features, inside and out. So, here is the key fob. Let's go ahead and start it up first. If you leave the light switch on automatic and the conditions permit, you do have welcome lights as you unlock the car. If you press and hold on the unlock button, you're able to roll down all 4 windows in the car simultaneously, and to roll them back up together, just press and hold on the lock button. Since the A5 Sportback does have frameless windows, the windows do dip down a little bit to clear the door frame as you open the doors. To start the A5 Sportback, insert the key fob into the slot right here. Put your foot on the brake and push the key fob all the way in. The A5 Sportback uses a hydraulic rack and pinion power steering system. Standard on the S-Line trim is a leather-wrapped steering wheel with sport grips at 10 and 2, perforated sections on the sides, and S-Line badging on the bottom spoke. When equipped with the 2-liter TDI 190 engine and the quattro system, transmission choices in the A5 Sportback comprises of a 6-speed manual and a 7-speed S-tronic dual-clutch automated manual. The latter is fitted to this car, and this transmission uses one clutch for gears 1, 3, 5 and 7 and another clutch for gears 2, 4 and 6. S-tronic gives drivers smoother shifts, less lag between shift times, and improved fuel efficiency over a regular automatic. Due to the nature of S-tronic, a clutch pedal as found in a regular manual and a torque converter as found in a regular automatic is not needed. This transmission does feature sport mode and manual shifting as well. Manual shifting can be operated either by using the gear lever or by using the pedal shifters on the back of the top 2 steering wheel spokes. Front and rear parking sensors are standard on the A5 Sportback. Safety features on the A5 Sportback includes 6 airbags, anti-lock braking system with electronic brake force distribution and brake assist, electronic stability control, a tire pressure monitoring system, an alarm system with immobilizer, and ISOFIX child seat anchor points for the rear seats. Now, let's turn on the hazards, lights, front and rear fog lights, take a look at the engine, and roll down the driver's side window. "18-inch 5 double-spoke design alloy rims are standard on the S-Line trim. The rims on this car are wrapped in Michelin Pilot Sport 3 245/40 R18 tires. Ventilated disc brakes are present all round, and the front suspension gets double wishbones, while the rear gets a multi-link setup. A sport suspension setup which lowers the car by 20mm is standard as well. Audi markets the A5 range as the sportier alternative to the A4 range. The A5 is available in 3 body styles, a 2-door coupe, a 2-door convertible, and a 5-door hatchback, which is marketed as the Sportback. The A5 was first introduced in coupe form in 2007, followed by the convertible in early 2009, and lastly the Sportback in late 2009. The first generation family of A5 vehicles is related to the 4th generation B8A4, and hence, the cars are built on VW Group's MLB platform. The whole range, including the sporty S and RS variants, were given a facelift for the 2012 model year. The 2nd generation A5 family, starting with the coupe body style and now related to the 5th generation B9A4, was recently introduced in June 2016. This A5 Sportback is fitted with a 2-litre, dual overhead cams, 16 valves turbodiesel inline-4 engine with common rail direct injection. This engine produces 187 horsepower between 3800 and 4200 RPM and 400 Nm of torque between 1750 and 3000 RPM. 0 to 62 miles per hour or 0 to 100 km per hour takes 7.4 seconds, and the top speed is 144 miles per hour or 232 km per hour. The fuel tank measures 61 litres, and the combined fuel consumption for the A5 Sportback 2-litre TDI 190 quattro S-tronic on 18-inch wheels is 52.3 miles per gallon or 5.4 litres per 100 kilometers. 142 grams of carbon dioxide is emitted per kilometer, and the quattro name indicates that this A5 is an all-wheel drive vehicle. The A5 Sportback went on sale in the UK in October 2009, with the facelift going on sale 2 years later. Currently, the trim levels consists of SE Technik, S-Line, and Black Edition Plus. The S5 Sportback is available in S5 Sportback and S5 Sportback Black Edition flavors. 3 petrols and 4 diesels are offered with the A5 Sportback. Exterior features of the A5 Sportback S-Line includes automatic auto-leveling by xenon projector headlights, automatic wipers, headlight washer system, LED daytime running lights, LED rear lights, LED rear indicators, LED rear number plate lights, LED rear fog lights, front and rear parking sensors, indicators on the side mirrors, body-colored door handles and side mirrors, S-Line bumpers, S-Line side skirts, S-Line rear diffuser, S-Line badging on the front fenders, aluminium side window trims, and dual chrome exhaust pipes. You do have a speaker down there together with a bottle holder and some storage. Right here you do have your mirror controls. This car does have heated side mirrors. Right here you do have your window controls. All of the windows in this car are fully automatic in both directions. And you do have your window lock right here as well. Right next to the interior door handle on the driver's side, you do have your central locking buttons. To the right of the headlight switch, you do have a button. You can press it out to reveal a knob which allows you to adjust the brightness of the interior at night. S-Line door sills for the front. And the driver's seat in this A5 Sportback S-Line does get full manual adjustments. This knob controls your seat back, this lever controls your seat height, this lever controls your seat inclination. There is a lever down there which controls your seat position. You do have manual thigh support adjusted via a lever right here. And you do have power lumbar support adjusted via the 4 buttons right here. Alright. So let's go ahead and see how she revs. The A5 Sportback in S-Line trim does come standard with a dual-zone automatic climate control system. All of the controls are located right down here. It may look complicated to use at first, but once you get to know the controls better, it is quite simple to use. This knob and this knob both perform 3 functions. The first function is to control the temperature. The second function, if you do have the fan button activated, you can control the fan speed. And the third function, if you do have the different modes button activated, you can control your different modes. And speaking of your fan speed and different modes, the buttons are located right here and right here. In the middle, you do have your recirculation button. And right above, you do have your front and rear defrost. You do have your off button, automatic mode, 3-stage heated seats for the driver and the front passenger. And you do have your air conditioning and automatic button right here as well. Right down here, you do have a bit of storage and a power outlet. And right here you do have the A5 Sportback's electronic parking brake. It is currently engaged. To disengage it, put your foot on the brake and push the lever down. To engage it, simply pull the lever back up. This button allows you to turn on or off the parking sensors. This button allows you to turn on or off the vehicle's electronic stability control function. And this button allows you to turn on or off the vehicle's automatic start-stop function. If you do have the automatic start-stop activated, the engine will momentarily shut off when you arrive at a stop, such as a traffic light or a traffic jam, to save that extra bit of petrol or diesel depending on what the car is running on. The S-Line trim comes standard with the MMI Navigation System Plus head unit that features a 7-inch color display, various media connectivity options, hard disk drive based navigation, and Audi sound system speaker package that has 10 speakers producing 180 watts of power. I must say the stock sound system available in the A5 Sportback does sound quite good. The display right above is controlled using your set of controls located down the center console. In traditional Audi format, you do have your 4-quadrant buttons right here, which corresponds to the 4 quadrants on the display itself. You do have this knob that scrolls to the left, scrolls to the right and clicks down for enter. You do have this toggle switch right above the knob that goes up, down, left and right. To the left, you do have your navigation and telephone shortcut buttons, and to the right, you do have your radio and media shortcut buttons. Right down here, you do have your menu and car buttons, and your back button is in the middle. You do have your volume and power knob right here. The volume and power knob also doubles up as your seat track buttons if you click the wheel to the left or to the right. But back to the display, you can see the 4 quadrants. If you want to go to copy, hit the top left button, and if you want to change to your desired media source, hit the top right button. Right here you can select between Bluetooth audio streaming, auxiliary, DVD, SD card, and your jukebox. For settings, hit the bottom right button. Right here you can access your sound settings with your subwoofer, bass, treble, and your balance and fader. You can also select your navigation sound settings, your system sound settings, entertainment sound settings, and your telephone sound settings. You can access your Bluetooth settings right here as well. Bring up your jukebox memory status if available, and delete the jukebox. For functions, hit the bottom left button. Right here you can play pause, fast forward, rewind, go back a song, and go forward a song. You can also bring up more track information. To go back to the main menu, hit the menu button, and right here we are in your main menu. You do have your media, obviously. Next up, we do have radio. Under radio, you can access your FM, AM and DAB digital radio menus. Under those menus, you can look at your list of available radio stations in the area, perform a manual tuning search and all that. Next up, we do have tone. Under tone, basically you go back to your sound system settings and your other sound settings as well. Right here, you do have your car menu with your vehicle settings. You do have your lights and locks, your driver assist settings with your speed warning, parking sensors, rest recommendation, and your automatic wipers, air conditioning settings, and your servicing and vehicle check menu. Right here you do have your tire pressure monitoring system, oil level, service indicator, wiper change position, chassis number, and the number of initialized keys. You can also access your vehicle handbook just by hitting the top right button. Right here we do have your Bluetooth telephone menu, and you can look at your phone book, dial a number, listen to your mailbox, look at your list of calls. You can even bring up your settings if you hit the bottom right button. Next up, we do have your traffic information. Navigation. Right here we are in your maps. If you use the toggle switch above the knob, you can actually access your interactive map. And if you use the knob itself, you can zoom in and out. To exit the interactive map, hit the back button. And to access your tour mode, hit the top left button. Right here, you can set various destinations. So you can say go to the shops first, then go to the airport. Then after that, you can go somewhere else depending on what you want. And you can set it right here so the car will direct you in that particular order that you set in. For destination, bottom left button. Right here you can enter an address, look at the directory, favorites, bring up your map, start the guidance, points of interest, and your last destinations. For info, hit the top right button. Basically, it brings up your traffic information. And for settings, hit the bottom right button. Right here you can set your navigation settings with your route criteria, map colors, map type, and all that. And if you do notice, on the top left and the top right, you do have your time and setup MMI. For time, you can set obviously your time and date. You can even set your time zone, time format. For MMI setup, hit the top right button. Right here you can set your language units, your voice control, display settings, restoring back to factory settings, perform an update, and all that. And that's about it. Just below the aircon vents in the middle, you do have your CD player. It is MP3 compatible. Eject button for the CD player. If you hit this button, it opens up a flap which reveals 2 SD card slots. Electronic central locking. On the steering wheel, the left spoke houses this button, which allows you to switch between your driving data, telephone menu, and your media menu. This wheel brings up your media menu as well, and you can select the song from here. On the right spoke, you do have your voice control button. Help!
You can operate many functions of the MMI quickly and easily with the speech dialogue system. You can interrupt the speech dialogue at any time by pressing the talk button on the steering wheel to enter a command. You can say,
Cancel.
Cancel.
Now if you activated the voice control function and you did not know what to say, just ask for help and the system will walk you through a list of available commands. This button brings up your previous navigation guidance instruction.
Navigation is not active.
If you do have the navigation system active, you do have your volume wheel right here. If you click the wheel down, you mute the system. On the right stalk, you do have your wiper controls. And if you locate the buttons at the end of the wiper stalk, as well as this button down here, you can control your multi-information display located within the instrument cluster. Right now, you do have your range, elapsed time, average fuel consumption, average speed, distance traveled, instant fuel consumption, and you do have the same set of data just for trip 2 instead. If you hit the button down below, you can go between this menu, your fuel consumption menu, and back to your digital speedometer and your driving data down below. At the bottom, you do have your mileage, trip meter, outside temperature, and your gear position. And right above, you do have your media information. On the top left stalk, you do have your indicator controls. On the bottom left stalk, you do have your cruise control. The steering wheel in this car is tilt and telescopic. You adjust it using this lever right here. You do have some storage right here, a couple of cup holders, adjustable front center armrest, with storage down below. You do have another power outlet right in here, as well as your auxiliary port. Auto dimming, rear view mirror. You do have a sunglass holder right here, and your interior lights right above. Sun visor for the driver's side does get a vanity mirror and a light. And the driver does get a grip handle. Alright. So I guess that's it for the startup. We can turn it off right now and continue with the rest of the tour. You do have your speakers down there and right there. Down below as well, you do have some storage, and you do have your window control right there. S-line door sills for the back as well. I did set the driver's seat to a position that I would feel comfortable in. I'm about 5'7", which is about 1.7 meters tall. There is actually not that much room to stretch out my feet underneath the driver's seat. As for leg room, I get about this much, and my head is actually touching the roof. But at least the seats are still nice and comfortable. You do get rear aircon vents, 3-stage heated seats for the outer 2 rear seats. You do have a power outlet right here, and a bit of storage. Rear center armrest. And you do get grip handles on the ceiling with hooks for both sides at the back. You also have hooks on the B pillars. And you do have your rear interior lights right up here. To open up the rear hatch, go towards the rear hatch itself and locate a touchpad right beneath the Audi badge. The A5 Sportback has a 480 litre boot. This figure rises to 980 litres with the rear seat backs folded and the cargo cover removed. On both sides of the boot are lights, and to the right there is a power outlet. Underneath the boot floor is the vehicle's spare tyre. You do have adjustable headrests front and rear. The rear seat backs in this A5 Sportback do fold down. They split 60-40 when folding. And to fold them down, first make sure the headrests are all the way down. Then locate the levers on either side of the headrests, pull it, and then flip the seat backs down. You do have your window control right there, and down below you do have a speaker, a bottle holder, and some storage. The front passenger seat does get full manual adjustments as well, with the same set of adjustments as the driver's side, including your height support, inclination support, thigh support, and your power lumbar support. You even have the S-line badging on the seat back as well. Nicely sized glove box. Quattro badging. Grip handle for the front passenger. And the front passenger's sun visor does get a vanity mirror with a light as well. Alright, so let's start it up with the door closed. Alright, so that's it for the startup and full vehicle tour video of this 2016 Audi A5 Sportback 2-litre TDI Quattro S-Line. Thanks for watching and goodbye.